So it's live now?
Yeah, it's live.
Okay, cool.
Record button. Get it cracking. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, The Fox. I'm live right now with my man, Darnell Davis.
What's up? What's up?
We are here in Buffalo, New York, 716, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first in-person interview on Crown the Fox. So, yo, give it up. I gotta go ahead and play, you know. Oh, man, wrong button. Y'all out here pressing the wrong button and whatnot. Look, they about to fire me off my own set already. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is brought to you by The Fox Production. It was also brought to you by Banana Man Clothing Line, which is supporting The Fox right here. And the t-shirt, the link is in the bio of my profile. So we're going to go ahead and get it started. Usually I do a nice little introduction thing, song and whatnot. Yeah, alright. Maybe a little quick view of that. So, yo, let me ask you, you know, where you started out from?
I started at Helium, and you know what I mean. I did an open mic 7 years ago. Yesterday, actually.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That was my first open mic. And I got up there, and I was corny as hell. You know what I'm saying? People laugh, but I look back, and I'm like, I'll never play that again, man. It was corny as hell. So, yeah, I started at Helium around 7 years ago.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, what's up? How you doing out there? Who's ever waving? I can't really see from far away. Like I said, it's the first interview, so we talking loud as we can. And, you know, at the same time, we trying to get it popping over here as well, too. So the Helium, yo, was the first club you started at. I started out at Cole's Bar.
Oh, okay.
Out in Chicago.
Yeah.
First time I went on there, did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Second time, actually, no, first time I did bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was cussing up a storm. My mom heard my first take. I think she wanted to whoop me through the phone. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't need to cuss that much. But when you was up on stage with your first time being out there, you know, what was your first joke?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't remember my first joke, but I remember I had a joke about like this girl I was dating, and she had kids. So then I was like, kids, you know, like, I went over her house and kids was popping out everywhere, out of the closet, you know what I'm saying, off the walls, kids popping from under the bed. It's like, mommy. And then my dad was like, what is he talking about? Like, this is the type of woman he date? But yeah, that was a real story. She had a lot of kids.
Shit, about 6 kids.
It was like 3, but they was just grown. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had kids almost my age. I was dating a cougar. You know what I'm saying? She was grown. Like, yeah, she had kids almost my age. She was like, yo, Darnell, let's go out. I'm like, son, we the same? Nah, I'm chill with your mom. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, that was a joke about the kids. She had a lot of kids.
Man, my first joke, man, I was telling about my mom she had almost punished me because I ain't clean my room because I didn't want to go to church that Sunday.
Oh.
So she came back, she's like, why is your room ain't clean? And was getting on my ass about it. I was like, you know what, I'm not even about to, you know, deal with this. I started being emotional. I ran out the house and started to run away. She started to whoop me. So I was like, I don't even want to hear it. So, you know, I tried to run away, but the neighbor had called me.
Oh.
So my neighbor had called me.
Yeah.
He brought me back to the house. He told my mom what I had told him. So, you know, she said, thank you for bringing back, all this type of stuff like that. Next thing you know it, I'm getting my ass whooped the next minute.
Hey, don't you ever go away again.
No, my mom had beat me till I became musty.
Yeah.
Then told me to get in the shower afterwards.
Oh, and why you?
So I'm already crying, I'm already getting my ass whooped, and I'm smelling musty as I'm crying in the shower. It was bad. I didn't even wash my ass for like a good 5 minutes. That's how bad I was crying.
Ooh,
it was bad.
You just stand there in the water.
Yeah, it really was. Like it was bad. I almost went into fetal position and you know wanted to cry myself to sleep. So let me ask you, man, when you was taking the journey that you wanted to, you know, go into the comedy game, what was your first mindset out of everything?
Well, okay, I wanted to get into comedy since I was in 3rd grade. I was like 8 years old. So, people I grew up with, one a comedian, I ain't gonna mention his name, you know, he was doing comedy, and then I was like, I can do this. You know, he corny as hell.
Right.
Then I went up to Helium and I seen him perform, so I signed up.
Right.
And I was like, I know I can do this. So, you know, to this day, he's still corny. You know what I'm saying? But once I seen people up there and actually attempting, I was like, I can do this. I can just write what's funny.
Right.
And then get on stage and do it. So, that's kind of what inspired me. You know what I mean? And I just got tired of, you know, that's my passion. You know what I mean? I got tired of working these jobs, and, you know, I'm still working jobs, I'm still broke as hell. But, you know what I mean? I just, you know, I had to pursue my passion. And when I made people laugh, and I just kept getting better at it, you know what I mean? Just so, something I always wanted to do, you know.
You know, I definitely feel that, because, you know, it was something for me as well. Like, even now, like, when me working, even I think the same thing too. I'm just like, I don't really want to be working for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
That's my, you know, that's my MO. That's what I've been doing since I was a little kid. Just like, you know, you was doing probably as well too.
Yeah.
Making people laugh is like the best medicine that I say, you know, people can have as comedians. But I never thought comedy was gonna be my thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, I never thought that I was gonna be able to do what y'all was doing for years.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I took that leap, I said, okay, let me go ahead and see what I can do.
That's what's up. Yeah.
And I liked it, but I got booed at the comedy bar. I didn't get booed, but I had a dead silence.
Okay.
So when I got dead silence at the comedy bar, I decided I wasn't really gonna do it.
Okay.
So I took almost pretty much like almost a year off.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I came back a year again because I didn't have nothing else to do besides go to school. I wasn't playing ball no more.
Okay.
So I was like, let me go out there and see if I can get back into the game. So I said, I'm gonna get back into the game.
Yeah.
And you know, I killed it on the first 2 shows. I did it again. I didn't kill it, but it was like I definitely got way more laughs than I did the first time I did my first 2 shows.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Let me get back into it and actually work at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once I started working at it, I started, you know, enjoying it and started loving it more. And I said, okay, I see where I'm going at.
That's what's up.
So, you know, my next question for you is,
that's cool.
when you doing your comedy, when you making your jokes, when you thinking about everything that you can make people laugh about, what was the biggest inspiration to keep you in the game and keep you motivated and going so far?
I think it's like groupies. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of groupies. just groupies and, you know what I'm saying, hood rats.
All the women.
All the women. You know what I mean? Hood rats are a big motivation to comedy success. You know, I met this girl. Besides that, it's not the woman, but just being on that stage, making people laugh. You know what I mean? I've been booed before. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good feeling. And my first year in, I wasn't motivated.
Right.
But then we went out for my birthday, me and my friends, and then we went to see Charlie Murphy. So after everybody's taking pictures with Charlie Murphy, and I was like, you know, I was drinking and I was like, I'm a comedian. And then he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, you a comedian, huh?
You got that drunkenness in him.
Yeah, he's like, you a comedian, huh? He's like, yeah, well, come back. I'm going to give you 5 minutes tomorrow on stage. And I'm not even thinking he's serious, you know what I mean? But then I got home, I was like, the next month I was like, yo, he said I can be on stage. So I called the manager. Even the manager ain't believe. He was like, Darnell, you got 1 year in, and Charlie Murphy asked you to open up for him. So I was like, yeah, man. He's like, I'm gonna call him and ask him. So he called him and asked him, and then, you know what I'm saying, he gave me 5 minutes. It was a sold out show. I couldn't bring anybody in. It was already sold out, both shows. And I got up there, man, and you know what I'm saying, I did my thing. It was some tough moments in that 5 minutes, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like, even the girl I had recording, the dude she was with, he was like, boo, and he did like real quick, you know what I mean? And then after that, I think I heard it, and then I just was like hitting him. So after that, it was just uphill, and I actually talked to Charlie, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, by the way. And I talked to him and kicked it with him, and he was just telling me what it took to be successful. He was like, go to New York City, do the 12 comedy clubs, Colorado, California, which I didn't do any of those. I'm still in Buffalo, New York. But, you know, just the fact that he told me that, you know what I mean? And, you know, when I talk to other comedians and they be like, well, what does it take to be successful? I can tell them kind of what he told me, you know what I mean? Because it's a huge leap to take. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to do it before this virus hit. You know what I'm saying? Now that it's here, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of comedians struggling now because they can't perform. They doing drive-in shows, you know what I mean? They can't get on that stage, make $400, $500 headlining, $1,000. You know, so that money adds up. You know, you used to get that every week. You know, now it's a struggling game. Not to discourage anybody out there, you know what I'm saying? But shoot, you know, it's times like this. How you gonna work? You know, so if you really motivated to do it and you love it, you're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? One way or another. Sorry to ran on that.
Oh no, you good. No, you
I'm like, at age 5, I learned I had a pinky toe.
Hey, look, this is my podcast, man. You want to read on and get some, you know, exclusive advice? Go ahead and do that, man. You know, I ain't tripping.
Yeah,
you know, cause Seth is one of my mentors. I got another mentor out in Brooklyn. His name's Anthony Moore.
Okay. Yeah. I know Anthony.
Yeah. Okay. So you know, I'm just bringing a bunch of mentors that's helping me to the game. I'm like, okay. So Darnell, you know, he in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Let me see if he'll mentor me and stuff like that as well too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because this stuff, real talk, it's like comedy is really one of the most hardest things I believe in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Next to acting and singing and all that type of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like I have a lot of people when I first went on stage. People said, you know, I don't see how you had the courage to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had a lot of people say, I don't see how you had the courage to do that.
It takes a lot. Yeah.
And then I had people that said, okay, about time you got on stage.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, well, what y'all mean about time I got on stage? You know, what was y'all gonna tell me? I need to go on stage or whatnot. But, my grandmother told me, and I had a teacher from Wake Tech Community College tell me, you are really funny.
That's what's up.
Because I was a class clown in her class. I passed the class with a B, but she was like, you are a class clown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're very humble, you're a very smart student, but you are a class clown.
Yeah.
She was like, I believe you can make it in the comedy game. I told her, I said, I don't know if that's true or not. So that's where my doubt came in because, from Eddie Murphy, one of the greats, Charlie Murphy, rest in peace to him as well, Steve Harvey, Red Fox, all, Rich Brian, all them.
Yeah.
I listened to them on daily on Pandora.
Okay.
I never thought I'd be able to get a chance to be on stage and do what they did from the beginning and start up.
Yeah.
So I never thought that journey would be ever in my life.
Okay.
So from me to you, what I'm saying, as a new apprentice, coming on to into your game, what's the biggest advice you can give me coming into this now?
I would just say don't do it. Like, give up. Give up while you're ahead. There's no future in this game. No, seriously,
I'm dead.
He was all serious, dude. He was all serious.
I'm about to pet. Hey, man, cut the camera on and go home right now.
Don't do it. Stop. It's
dead.
depressing. But get out there, stage time. The same Charlie Murphy told me. Hitting them stages as much as you can, hit them stages, and I swear I did that for a solid year after I opened up for him. Then I started producing my own show. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. So I'm 21 shows in now, man. Over the past 5 years.
That's
crazy.
What I mean?
Yeah, and I bought Thea Vidal, AJ Johnson, Ezel. Who else? Rip Michaels from Wild 'N Out.
Stop live, bro.
Yeah, man. I bring some heavy hitters out, man. You know what I mean? But my point is, like, that stage time, hitting them stages, it was polishing my material. And then also when you hosting, that gives you opportunity to work on your material, because you can't really just use your material, solid material. You got to improvise between comedians. You got 2 to 3 minutes on stage and you improvising.
Right.
So now you're forced to work on material. You know what I mean? And you create new material, just improvise. You might talk about somebody in the audience. You know what I mean? Somebody might say something and you got a whole nother spin-off joke on that. And you're recording yourself and you're looking at yourself. But that's the main advice: is hit as many stages as you can. You know what I mean? Like we were saying, like here we got a mic almost every night. Some mics have like 10 people in it. You know what I mean? But it's just the fact that you're on that stage and hearing yourself, recording yourself, and like, okay, like if it's 10 people in the audience, I'll break down those, and I get 5 laughs.
Right.
I compare that to like a room of 200 people, and half of the room is laughing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like a microcosm of the whole audience. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's just stage time. A lot of people be like, oh man, there ain't gonna be nobody there, I ain't gonna go practice, you know what I'm saying? Get out there, practice. You don't gotta stay, for 2 hours, watch all the corny ass comedians. Cause there's some corny ass comedians. I mean,
oh God.
Oh my God.
Yes it is.
I'll be listening and I just
I'm
like,
messing some corny comedians up in Chicago. It's some corny ones up there.
Damn. I just be like, man, I got work in the morning. I don't feel like sitting through like 5 more of these. They're like, yeah, and Star Wars is a cool movie. And I can't believe Jedi was like, oh, I did a Jedi mind trick. And he's like backfired on me. But yeah, black people, they're crazy. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But that's out there. You just, But yeah, stage time is key.
I truly believe it. I think, yo, when I was at my first two comedy clubs, I did hear a bunch of whack comedians. I ain't gonna lie. And I guess it got me so cocky, but at the same time, the second time I went on stage, I was the fresh opening mic act.
Oh, okay.
So it was already dead up in there and whatnot.
So
I was fresh out the gate. And my homie, he went with me because I had people record me for my first two ones. He said, "I bet you be the first motherfucker up there." I said, "Shut up."
Yeah.
And what happened? I got to be the first person up there. I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So I'm going on. My first joke of that second set was, "Yeah, I'm Malachi Rock'em. I'm from Buffalo, New York."
Yeah.
You know, everybody be like, "Oh man, you from New York? Oh, for real? What part of New York, bro?" "Oh, you know, Buffalo, man." "Oh, you not from Harlem or nothing like that?"
Yeah.
"Nah, I'm from Buffalo, New York." "Nah, you ain't from New York. You from the snowbanks." Get out of here.
Yeah.
So you know, I went on with that, and then somehow I got into a race. You know, so a race, people be racist and whatnot, talking about my skin being dark as I don't know what. Like,
okay.
you know, my friends used to tell me all the time. You know, hey, actually, my friends used to tell me this in elementary school all the time. Yeah. Every time we had movie night or movie day, they cut off the lights. "Hey, man, where Malachi go? Hey, smile with your black ass." I said, "Oh, man, y'all terrible." But I got so nervous.
Yeah.
I was tongue-tied, and, people was just staring at me like this.
Yeah.
It was dead silence. I got off the stage quick. I said, "Hey, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I'm out."
Okay.
So, have you ever had to deal with something like that where, you had nothing but like complete utter silence from the crowd?
Yeah, not utter silence. I had those moments, but I kind of learned to rebound from those after a while. But I think my worst experience to date, where I just wanted to like go up in a hole, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to do a bowling convention. You know what I mean? And there was people from Philly, Cleveland, like all over, and they met in Buffalo for a bowling convention. I'm like, I didn't even know that many people bowl. So it was 3 comedians. I picked the other 2. The dude, he paid us and everything, but I was the first to go up, and then he wasn't a comedy show host. Like I should have hosted it and then just introduced the other comedians. He just like a party promoter.
Right.
So it was a core. I swear the core was probably the same length as your core right now. And this is a room of 200 people, and they had the DJ table and this little small core. So everybody's eating a buffet, and then he comes up, got the mic, like, "Yeah, we got a special surprise for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have them dancing, but right now we got comedy. So give it up for Darnell Davis. Darnell, come up here." And then, you know what I'm saying? DJ was off guard, music play. I just grabbed people talking. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey." So, I mean, when you hit rooms like that, you kind of got to engage the crowd.
Right.
So it's older people. I was like, "Hey, what's up, Bishop TD Jakes?" Because dude look like TD Jakes. You know what I mean? And then I was talking to other people, and it's like I engaged the younger crowd, but then the older crowd wasn't feeling it. So then, out of nowhere, like it was just people in the back. It was like Showtime at the Power. They was like, "Boo!"
Oh man, they had one of those type of people.
Yeah, and then a dude walked behind me. He was going to the bar, wherever he was going, and then he tripped the microphone cord.
Oh man!
So I'm just talking now, and they trying to get this little short microphone plugged back in. Then the host took the microphone. He was like, "Hey, y'all need to listen up. We got comedy. Y'all need to pay attention. This is my man. Y'all ain't gonna boo him up in here. Darnell, say some more jokes." So I'm back up there.
I'm dead.
I'm back up there.
I'm dead.
Yeah, and then, I swear I heard a whistle, man. I'm like, I don't even know who carries a whistle around with them. You know what I mean? Like, if he was a referee, I don't know what he did, but he had a whistle, and I heard that whistle, like, and I was like, yeah, y'all got me, and I just walked off the stage. That was bad. And then my girl came, and she's like, "How'd you do?" I was like, let's just go home. Let's just go. And then people from my job, one of the electricians was there. He's like, "Yo, I heard you stunk that shit up, man. I wasn't even there. We was in the cigar room, and they was like, 'Yo, who was that dude? Like, don't invite him back. Yo, he garbage.'"
I'm dead.
But yeah, ever since then, man, I just stepped my game up, and if I ever got booed, it just ain't happening. It ain't happening. After that took me down there. But everybody need to get booed. If you don't get booed, it ain't gonna make you better. Some people just never get booed, and they have great careers. And some people lie and be like, "Oh, I ain't never get booed." Everybody get booed at some point. You know what I mean? because it's just some jerks in the audience, or your material ain't hitting. But you know what I'm saying. That's why I said the key is hitting different stages, because you know a black audience is different than a white audience. White people will laugh at certain jokes that black people won't laugh at because we relate different.
I'm actually glad you said that, because it was literally the second time I was on stage, and it was a chick. No, actually not the second time. It was the first time. No. It was the second time, because after I had went on stage, we stayed a little bit and watched, you know what I'm saying, some of the other comedians. It was a chick up there talking about suicide, like cutting herself, suicide, all types of dark humor. Yeah. That I don't know how people was laughing at that. That's the thing, people was laughing at that, but when my jokes, they wasn't laughing at it. I'm like, what the hell going on? So, you know, I didn't realize it is the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Not being racist, we ain't saying nothing being racist, but certain people draw in more, you know what I'm saying, laughters, depending on, you know, the comedian. Yeah. Then once you hit, you know, big time stages, big time names, you know what I'm saying? But I learned if you can make other races laugh, that's how you know you really is funny. So I said, okay, I do got to work on some and everything like that and get myself back out there. But once COVID hit, everything pretty much had stopped. I couldn't do nothing. Like, I was gonna go to New York City actually.
Oh, okay, that's
it was supposed to be after spring break. I was supposed to actually fly from Miami. Me and my boys went out to spring break, and then I was supposed to go to New York City for like a weekend. Oh, okay. Just to check out comedy shows out there from the cellar and all that type of stuff like that. Gotham City and whatnot. Yeah. But once COVID hit, I was like, damn, I can't do shit. I was like, damn, like y'all fucking with a short brother's mentality. Like, my self-esteem already short because of my height. Like, damn, like let me get my confidence back up so I can look 6'5". You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, it was terrible.
You gotta look like Kevin Hart too, man.
Oh man,
yeah, I know you probably get that all the time.
Look, another person go with the Kevin Hart too. I can't get away from Kevin Hart. Hey,
yeah, man,
for all my viewers is right now, tag Kevin Hart, just tell him to come see me. Cause my pop said he might be your real father.
Yo, you could be a double in a movie for him.
Man, they said I can get paid for this one.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
So, you know, on to my next question, man. What would you say be your best tour that you did of comedy?
Tour? Well, I tried. You mean like places I've been? Like
yeah, like pretty much like what was the best inset, like, you know, comedy shows you went to that you performed at or hosted at? Like what would you consider the best one?
It's just so many, man. It's hard to single out one. I think Toronto has a good crowd. The Nubian show, Kenny Robinson hosts that in Toronto, and they got an excellent crowd. There's so many different ethnicities. You got Jamaicans, you got Chinese, you got Africans, you got Caribbeans. You know what I'm saying? Like Haitians. You know, it's just so diverse. Right. You know what I mean? So you're forced to make material that everybody can relate to. Okay. You know, you got white people there too, even though it's a Nubian show. Right. But it's just a big melting pot, and it forces you to write. You know what I mean? And I swear, when you get off that stage, he breaks down every joke that you did. He be like, yeah, I seen a meme that said that one time. Yeah, I seen that in a meme. Yeah.
He wanted them people.
Yeah, you know, but he be dead serious, and then he's like, you know, talk about your personal life. You know what I mean? But like Kenny Robinson helped me out so much. It's like, because he calls it like a workshop. Right. It's really a show, and it's a dope show, but it strengthens you. You know what I mean? And like, you got comedians that Kevin Hart did that stage, Bill Bellamy did that stage, Tommy Davis, and so many comedians. It's been going on for like 20 years now, and so many comedians came through there. So you can imagine, Kenny did HBO specials. You know what I mean? So you can imagine how many people he's seen. So when he says you had a good set, you had a good set. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite room. That's my favorite room. I like Philadelphia. Philadelphia is dope. You know what I'm saying? Philly is hood, but it's just good. You know what I'm saying? It's a good room, good vibe. Virginia, Hampton, Virginia is nice. What else? New York City was a good one. You know what I'm saying? New York City, I did a week in New York City. You know, and my mentor that I started out with, he started before me, got like 10 or 11 years now. But when I went down there, he linked me to a lot of comedy rooms. So every night I was hitting up like a Jamaican spot. Or I opened for TK Kirkland. That's how I met TK Kirkland. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, you make TK Kirkland.
Oh, yeah, I brought TK up here. Yeah, he did my show actually.
Who raised you?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
man.
TK is my favorite, and one of my favorite ones, man.
That's the man right there. That's the man right there. To this day, he's like, young man. He's like, I don't know you, but something told me to tell you. Talking about my girl. He's like, don't mess with that. Don't mess with that girl, okay? Just leave her alone. I know that type of woman. Don't mess with her. And I'm still with it, man. And every time I call TK too, I just be calling and be like, yo, how you doing? He's like, are you still with that girl, young man? I'm like, yeah, I'm still with her. Okay, that's the end of the conversation. What are we talking about, young man? And that's the whole conversation we have. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to kick it with her. All right, you still with that girl? Yeah, TK. Okay, end the conversation. You don't listen. That's exactly what he said. I'm like, damn. But yeah.
Like, one of TK Kirtland's, like, one of his stand-ups, my favorite joke from him is when he's talking about you talking about washing your ass, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Ladies, understand this. If your man likes you, what he gonna do?
Yeah.
He gonna get you a warm towel.
Yeah.
Yo, like TK Kirkland, he is actually one of the people that I definitely am inspired by. Him, Martin Lawrence, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, definitely just the fact because people say I look like him, so everybody say I just get my goofiness from him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I act goofy just like him. You know what I'm saying? Anybody check out my page or even met me in person, they say I just act just goofy like him. That's why they say I'm like him.
Oh, okay.
I act goofy like him.
Yeah.
Some people say I look like him. I still don't see it yet.
Yeah.
Probably
I look like.
That's about it.
They say I look like Denzel, but you know.
First of all, I look like Morris. I look like Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
We ain't saying. But but TK, yo, you can ask my little sister. I would literally go around telling her, who raised you? Literally the whole entire time. She'll get annoyed with me by that joint.
That's the man right there.
So when you meet these comedians out here and everything like that, that's above you. You know what I'm saying? It's been passing knowledge down to you. What's the biggest thing you soak in from what they are saying? I know you said Charlie Murphy sold you to pretty much continue to do what you do, hit the stage and all this type of stuff like that. What's the next biggest motivation that they hit you with that kept you around the game and kept you relevant? You know what I'm saying, in the underground comedic world. You know what I'm saying? Because I figure what I like to call it is the underground, because until you hit the big time main stages and you out there getting how Steve Harvey put it, $20,000 shows and all that type of stuff like that. How did you keep so relevant with the underground?
How you keep
my fault.
I'm irrelevant now.
My fault. I ain't saying irrelevant. My fault. My words to get mixed up.
How did you stay so irrelevant,
hey,
brother?
Man, I'm over here. I gotta look at the dictionary again. Make sure I use the right words. Irrelevant or irrelevant. How do you stay so relevant though?
Yeah. How to stay relevant? It got to a point when I started I wasn't getting booked by Healy. I did Charlie Murphy. I was doing other shows. Then it changed management. So I went to, which I probably shouldn't have done. I went to the previous manager that was booking me when they changed to the new manager.
Right.
And I guess he talked to the new manager, and the manager said, "Hey, Darnell, why don't you come and talk to me? Why you talk to the old manager?" I'm like, "Man, I just want to get put on shows." And,
right.
He was putting me on shows. That's what it was. So, Rip Michaels from Wild 'N Out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He came up and we was on Broadway in the hood, man. We were just talking, and he was like, "Don't be concerned about them comedy clubs." He said, "What you should do is, you already got your own show. You know what I'm saying? B.T. Kingsley, that's the person that inspired me to do my show.
Okay.
Because the person that was running the show up here was a DJ. He wasn't even a comedian. And he would bring in Rob Stapleton. I don't know if you know Rob Stapleton from New York City. He would bring him up, yeah.
Yo, that dude was funny.
He's funny as hell.
That dude was funny.
So, yeah, he dropped in money, probably $1,000 a show, whatever. He was paying Rob to come up and host a show. And he was like, "You an actual comedian." He said, "Start your own show."
Right.
Because, this person wasn't putting local Buffalo comedians on his show. So that's what I did, man. I threw my own show. It was nothing but local comedians. I had Yolanda Smiles from Rochester headline. Yolanda Smiles is dope. You know what I'm saying? Funny as hell, female comedian. She headlined, and then from there, it was all about networking. Yolanda was like, "I know Omar Thompson. He did Kevin Hart's show on BET. Bring him up next."
I think Sed said the same thing. Was you there when Sed was doing his stuff? It was like a showcase out there, in Cali, I think.
Oh, he did the comedy convention.
Yeah,
Comics Rock.
yeah, and that's what he said he met her at.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He met you lined up there. Okay. Yeah.
Did you meet her up there, or you met her somewhere else?
I just seen her at a comedy show 2 years before. It was a Joe Claire show.
Okay.
Before I even started doing comedy. And then I just remember how funny she was, so I hit her up. I was like, yo, can you come out and do my show? And then after that, I just networked. This comedian, no, this comedian, this comedian. Then it got big, you know, last show I had Joe Torre up here, you know what I mean? So that was the second time I had him, you know what I'm saying? So just sitting down with these people and talking to them like, yo, I'm working on this movie, you know what I'm saying, this is what I'm doing. And they tell you about the acting game, you know what I'm saying, the unions you gotta get involved in. So all that stuff motivates me, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can go and tell other comedians, you know what I'm saying, like yourself, what I've learned, you know what I mean? So that keeps me into the game. And then the biggest lesson that keeps me motivated is that everybody's in a rush.
Right.
Everybody wanna you know, be the next Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Everybody just wanna be famous. But you gotta appreciate the journey. That's the biggest part. You gotta appreciate the journey. Those mics, those shows, the good nights, the bad nights. It sounds lame as hell, but 7 years into it, you gotta really appreciate the journey because it's a dope journey. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on some rooms, and he gave me around the bush. Yeah. Nah, but you're gonna be on some rooms. You know what I'm saying? And you meet so many cool people. It's a journey, and it's a dope journey. This comedy journey, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about the money at times, because if you love it, the money's just gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come, dude. Like, you know, you just love doing it. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Cause you know, Steve Harvey told, you know, every time I watch his he do like, he posts stuff on Twitter. So I watch his motivations in the morning and stuff like that before I go to work.
That's what's up.
And he said, you know, my $25 jokes turned into $100 jokes, $100 jokes turned to 500, so forth.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, it's not about the money. So, you know, now I'm getting more and more into understanding it's about me just being natural when it comes, you know, to talking and whatnot. Like, I think when my first couple of shows, I kind of just tried to force it to try to see if I really was funny. But instead of just being, you know, natural, I know it was stage, you know, stage fright first time being on stage.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying motherfucker like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm not, honestly, no, I'm real. I thought I was Samuel L. Jackson for a second. I really did. I was saying motherfucker.
Motherfucking Mike ain't
Motherfucking Mike.
You motherfuckers quiet.
Motherfucker told me, motherfucker, get your ass in the house. My mom said, look, you say all these cuss words one more time, I'm about to come up there. I said, yes, ma'am. You gotta throw that in there as you walk away so you don't get in trouble.
Thank you. Under your belt,
But you know, when you look at, you know, some of these whack comedians that is out there, and yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I say straightforward. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I do stay humble. But when you do see these whack comedians out there, what goes through your thought process?
I'll be like, can this person ever be funny? You know what I mean? That's what I think. I'm like, I just don't see how this person, even if they practice, they can't be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, the stuff that they talking about, they just can't flip that around. That's why I be thinking, like, can they be funny? Because everybody, I feel, can write and be funny. That's what I personally think. Everybody can be funny. You know what I'm saying? It just takes them time to practice. You know what I'm saying? Some comedians, like new comedians, that get up there and just bomb completely, and you know, some get discouraged and just stop completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I played the fifth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you took a year break, but you came back and you're still sticking with it. And that's where the journey comes in. You know what I mean? That's where the journey comes in. But yeah, when I see them corny comics, man, you know, I just, you know, they know they did bad, because when you come off the stage, you know, other comedians like, yo, good set, man, slap you up and stuff. They come off the stage, they be playing pool and shit, like doing other stuff, trying to ignore them. Yo, give me a beer. Anything not to acknowledge them. Yeah, they be like that, dude.
It was this one dude, and he was literally talking about kids, like he was talking about babysitting kids and stuff like that. I'm just listening, looking at him like,
yeah.
Get off the stage. like you said earlier, like it's already bad enough. I gotta sit here and wait 10 to 20 comedians deep in until I get on stage and whatnot. And I was like, dude, it's late and I'm ready to go. Yeah. Like one of my best takes from the 4 times I've been on stage in the last 2 years I was talking about. I had literally had about probably 2 big cups of Crown and Coke, and I was waiting. I was sitting there waiting because I was about 30 comedians in.
Oh, dang, that's a big mic.
Yeah, because Cole's Bar, they start at I believe, I want to say like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And then they go all, no, not 9 o'clock, probably about 7.
7, okay.
And they go all the way in. So I try to go in before and sign up early so I can get out the way.
Yeah.
Man, I was still waiting. So I'm thinking this is that long. Because you got the host, they giving they 2 to 3 minutes in between.
Yeah.
You got other comedians and whatnot. And I'm just like, yo, when is this shit going to end so I can get up on stage and get out of here? I think it was like the liquor that was just making me mad. And then at the same time, these whack comedians were making, there was some good ones.
Yeah.
But it was like someone, I was like, dude, get off the stage. So I got on stage, I was like, yeah, man. I said, shit.
Yeah. It's tough.
I'm like, I'm in college right now, man. It's like, I'm over here collecting student debt while Stephen Hawkins is out there doing his own thing, man.
Yeah.
It was like, Stephen Hawkins is dead. I said, oh, for real? Well, I'm collecting student debt while he making money in the grave. I said, so what's the difference?
Thank you. That's a
so,
fact.
That's
a fact.
I feel, I love the fact that I can actually interview comedians on the show and learn more and more as I go along. Because I think I've actually interviewed more comedians. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, I've interviewed regular people more, but I have a lot more comedians on here.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, one, Anthony Moore was on here. Mm-hmm. I called him up on IG Live.
Oh, that's what's
and
up.
we talked. Said was the last comedian I had on here, and then you, my very first one. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? What's going on?
That's what's up, man.
Oh, man, what was wrong, man?
I'm getting paid in food stamps.
But yeah, I pressed the wrong button. I gotta laugh at myself and whatnot. But very first, on person show right here. My cousin Darnell.
Yeah.
Just found out we actually family.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm telling you right now. I don't look. Buffalo's so small, but it's big. But I didn't know we was family. But hey, we family, so it's good. So I got family teaching me, which is great.
Yeah, definitely.
But the journey is different, man. The journey is definitely different, and I definitely say I like being a part of this shit.
Yeah, that's great. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Feel.
So I'm hoping,
that's how you should feel. Yeah.
I'm hoping, as COVID continues to cease, that, me and you will, get out there and I start learning more with you out there and whatnot.
No doubt.
I'm definitely trying to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely trying to be great, and I'm trying to get out there as best I can. It's not going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? I wish my growth would happen overnight, but you see, I got stunned at this height. So I blame my mother and my father on this one. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's been great so far, and I love it. And I learned from you and said, and seeing y'all fools that goofy, well, mostly said goofy on Facebook. I don't really see you post too much on Facebook like that. But you and Gary, y'all some goddamn comedians like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's like I said, it's a fun journey, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun journey, you know what I'm saying? And hitting these comedy rooms and making people laugh and meeting other comedians and, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the groupies, you know what I mean? There be sometimes
hey, baby, you better stop for your girl here to show.
I know, right?
Who them groupies?
Who are the groupies?
Babe, I think I said something wrong. I don't know. I was talking about you. I'm a groupie now.
Yeah.
You want to go out to eat? I'll get you some food, rub your feet.
For real, man. You got to do it, man. You got to do it. Yeah, but it's definitely a journey, man. You know what I'm saying? And we all out here to help each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some people try to hop and, you know what I'm saying, do their own thing or, they want to do let's do a team effort, and then when that doesn't work out, I'm going to do a 30-minute special, but then you don't have 10 minutes on stage.
Right.
I've seen people do that, you know what I mean? So I'm just not the type to say, like, flat out, like, yo, you corny, dude. You need to work on your stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you want to say that, and it be like your boys, and you be like, yo, bro, you corny, it's hard for me to do that, because I'm a good person, like, but I will tell them, like, yo, man, people coming to me, and they like, yo, that shit was terrible. You know what I'm saying? You need to work, you need to step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like you said, man, we family, and, you know what I'm saying, we gonna work together, you know what I'm saying, and shoot, we gonna make it happen. Especially when this, this virus is over, and whatever.
I count 2023 by then, but
2023?
Maybe so.
Woo.
No, I'm just playing.
Damn.
I can't stay in the house that long.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's dead in slavery by then.
Yeah, man, that's wild.
I'm just going to work and coming back home. I can't do nothing else.
2023. Dang.
That's like me going back to school, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I ran out of movies to watch, man. You watch all the Netflix movies.
You know, you don't watch everything. Hulu, you don't watch all your shows. All your snacks is gone.
Yeah.
Look, sex with your girl ain't the same no more. You get mad at her somehow.
Yeah. Oh,
goddamn, you was pretty, you know, beforehand. What you mean I'm ugly now? Nah, it ain't that.
Thank you.
I'm just tired of seeing you a little bit. So I'm ugly now.
For real, man.
Like, nah.
I'm telling you.
Nah, don't, baby, you watching this guy, you ain't.
He said I was ugly.
I seen your show. That's what it is. You're like, it's okay. We ain't gonna say nothing when you piss the bed. Hey. You know what? Don't you do that. Talking about piss the bed. That was a dog. Came in there, drunk my soda.
Little wet spot. Yeah.
Yo, you know, as we wrap up the show, you know what I'm saying? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is Crown the Fox. I'm your host with the most, as always, the Fox, and I'm always coming to you live on every podcast episode. I'm definitely gonna bring my cousin back out on the show.
No doubt, man.
And soon I'm gonna get him to where it's gonna be actually a comedy podcast. I'm gonna create a comedy podcast, and we gonna work on that. So I'm gonna hash out the details on that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got another podcast I'm gonna do with my brother. This is gonna be a quick little smoke session EP with my brother.
Oh, okay.
When I go to New York City next month, he's gonna be just acting a fool on this.
Oh, okay,
We're gonna be acting a fool, but
that's
I'm definitely gonna make. Actually, no, I can make the comedy podcast I already got out right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make that the comedy show podcast.
Okay.
I'm gonna rename it, and it's already up in the air. And you know, next time I get my cousin, we gonna work from there. And we're going to bring some more comedians on that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Better than my ass. Because I'm not funny. I'm just going to give up today. This is it. You will never see my black ass again. It's over.
Who raised
no,
you?
Who raised you?
Who raised this nigga?
This man is crazy.
Who raised this man? But hey, we definitely appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Before we get off the show, anything else you want to say inspiring to people out there, especially like these young comedians that's coming up?
Okay.
Besides that, they're not funny.
You're not funny. You know what I'm saying? After sex, and you don't have anything to wipe yourself with after sex because you're nasty. You're just sitting there and you're nasty.
Change your drawers.
Yeah, change your drawers. You know, don't pick up the girl's cat and then wipe yourself with the cat. The cat like, damn, now the cat is walking around like that. You know, but no, seriously, comedians. Like I said, it's a journey. You know what I mean? It's nothing to try to outdo the next person. That's what you see, and you know all this stuff. Like, it's a lot of politics. Don't rush into the comedy club circuit because comedy clubs are mainly restaurants. They're there to serve drinks and food. That's their main business. You know, real comedy is, you know, touring and getting out there. You know what I'm saying? Getting your name and people recognize you like, yo, he's funny. You know, well, how can you put me on the show? You know, damn, I'll go out there. Real comedy is traveling 8 hours to get a 5-minute spot that you're not even getting paid for.
That's true.
You know, just to get booked the next time. You know what
true.
I mean?
That's true.
Like, dang, I travel 8 hours just to do 5 minutes, but I guarantee you that 8 hours you're going over your material in your head, and you get up there and you're going to rock it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I spent at least 10 on mine, but I almost fell asleep.
Yeah. You all 10 hours?
It wasn't 10 hours, but it felt like it because it took forever just to get the hell out from that motherfucker, just to get up there. I'm like, yo, can y'all get off the stage? I go about my business. I got to test them more. Come on, man.
Yeah. And that's another thing with them corny comedians. You know what I'm saying? When you bomb and just get off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is when you bomb and you stay on that stage and you making people suffer watching you, that's when you walk people. So you got a club of 25 people, and then after your set, because you suck, 15 people get up. Now it's only 5 to 10 people in the room because you walked them. So when you suck on that stage, get off the stage. Because you're going to walk people, and the comedian after you is going to have to talk to an empty room because of you. And then you're going to sign up for open mic next week, and you're going to do the same thing, and then people going to put his ass at the end. Make him go last. You're going to be the headliner to one person with one clap. Sorry.
What you doing? Man, you gonna scare my viewers. Hey, look, man, if I go back to Chicago, I'm like, hey, man, what's your name? The Fox? Yeah, I heard your name was gonna stay. Hey, your cousin Darnell Davis, right? Yeah. Bring your ass over here. They gonna hit me before you. Yeah, send a message to your cousin. Hey, cousin, they said to send a message to you, but I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. It's a punch.
Man.
I don't know if you want me to punch you or not. But they sent about 50 of them in the foot of my ass. So,
I'm serious, man.
I'll tell you, man. But hey, like as always, this is your boy the Fox. This is my cousin Darnell Davis.
Right.
Follow me on IG. Follow the links, you know, to my podcasts. I'm actually gonna put this one on the Crown of Fox podcast, and I'm gonna put it on the comedy show. This is actually pretty funny.
That's what's up.
I need to put some. I need to get some more comedians out here. So we gonna work together and we gonna rap together on this thing and everything, man. So you know.
Follow my OnlyFans, Christian Mingle, and Pornhub Premium.
So you out here being comedic and slinging dick.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
I mean not dick, penis. My bad. That's sensitive. I'm over here playing the outro song right here.
You playing Kirk Franklin for the outro? We believe.
I'm playing You Want a Revolution.
Oh man.
Hey, somebody get this man. Oh, this is your house, my bad.
Somebody get this man out of here.
Hey, somebody get the hook over and everything, man. I'm dead. Hey, it's your boy the Fox. Go ahead and follow that clothing line.
Man.
And you know what I'm saying? I gotta get up to turn it off, so. But yeah, I'm gonna get up in the minute and turn it off.
We out, say we out. Yeah. Ah.
Hey, man,
if you suck, kill yourself, nigga.
Oh,
What's up? What's up?
Oh man. Yo, who that? Oh, what's up, boy? Hey man, hey, if you stuck around and watched the whole show, I appreciate you. This man a fool, man.
Ah.
I'm dead. Oh man.
That was fun.
You know the funny thing about it, he was moving his couch the whole time he was doing this.
Oh, yeah.
He had his own moving company for a second.
Yo.